And at that moment, I knew my life had changed forever.
Hello, how you doing? Yes. Can we all just stand up really quick because we've been sitting for a minute? Can we all stand up, move our legs around? I am Tina, otherwise...
Meet Tina, stars Tina Wilson, a beacon of hope and transformation for women over 40. As a licensed life and health coach, Tina specializes in empowering those who have faced life's toughest challenges.
The edge of their seat. So when someone says, Tina, how did you do? I'm going to say, I had them at the edge of their seat.
Drawing from her personal triumphs over tragedy, Tina guides women on a transformative journey. Her unique approach is grounded in the 5 pillars of transformation: mindset, heart set, nutrition, fitness, and resilience. Tina's mind, body, and soul awakening program isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving. Through her online fitness boutique studio, she merges physical well-being with emotional growth. As an international motivational speaker, Tina's voice resonates across continents. She inspires and educates through her podcast, her dynamic presence on platforms like Clubhouse and Toastmasters International, and her compelling storytelling. Celebrating her latest achievement, the publication of her first book, No More Traumedy, Tina continues to leave a lasting mark in the art of transformation.
I said I need to make a book for anyone who's had some type of trauma or tragedy, because there's no playlist. People don't like to talk about it. Remember, I was with my coach and I'm like, well, this person's got a cool thing. They do motivation. They do finances. I talk about traumedy. That's not cute. He's like, Tina, you make traumedies look good.
Yeah.
Stars Tina Wilson, transforming lives by overcoming.
Hey, good morning to you and also you. I want to welcome you to the 7 a.m. Cup of Motivation. I am Stars Tina, your host, the CEO of Elite Stars, the home of Traumedy No More and Traumedy No More for Kids. I am a life and health coach, author, and speaker. Today, I come to you with some great, exciting news. But before I do that, I love to start the show off with a nice little motivation of a speaker that I enjoy. Whenever you come to the 7 a.m. Cup, there's 3 things you're going to get. You're going to get poured into when you're here. The first thing is a whole lot of motivation. I don't know about you, but some mornings I just don't want to get out of bed. Am I the only person like that? Hey, girl. Hey, look at my girl, Ashley. That's my daughter from another. Anyway, I was trying to make something up, but you know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, when you come here, we're going to motivate you. But we all know that motivation does not last that long, right? That's where the inspiration has to come into play. So I am here to inspire you to reach all your goals, whether it's your relationship goals. You want to have a better relationship with your mother, with your child, maybe with your husband. Maybe you want to make more money. Maybe you want to get fit, no matter what it is. That is what Traumedy No More, the mindset, that's what it will do for you. And you're probably saying, what are you talking about, Tina? The inspiration, right? The inspiration that I have comes from what I want to do in the world, which is changing the world, right? So we're going to motivate you. We're going to inspire you. And then lastly, we are going to transform your life. Transformation is amazing. And I'm a transformational coach as well, which means I'm going to take you from good to great to amazing. And in order to achieve any type of success, okay, let me fix that. Major success. You have to go through that traumedy. You have to push through that traumedy. If you're wondering why you're stuck, why you're not getting rid of that excess weight, why you're still on medication, why you're in that horrible relationship, why you're at that job that you hate, the reason is because you've got that traumedy mindset. And we want to change that. We want to give you the Traumedy No More mindset. For those of you that don't know what a traumedy is, that's when the energies of a trauma and a tragedy collide. Deep, right? We all go through it. Everyone's gone through some type of trauma, some type of tragedy. And I always say we kind of push them in the back of our minds. Sometimes we even forget about them. And I don't like to compare the traumedies, right? Because I remember when I had my biggest traumedy, I would always compare, well, this didn't happen to you. Well, that didn't happen to you. Am I the only person who was like that at some point in their life? I can compare my life to someone else's life, but you can't do that. Quick story. I met this woman the other day and she seemed very mean and like standoffish. And I was just like, oh, I'm not talking to her. In my mind, I was like, I don't like her. I never had a conversation with her, but her demeanor and her whole appearance, her energy was just not like Tina's, right? And then another day, I actually had a conversation with her, small conversation. And I came to find, I found out when we were having this small conversation that her boyfriend had been, he died 5 months prior. And she was 20 years old. And I was like, whoa. It really hit me back because at the surface, people are going to, they're going to put up their defenses, right? So that's why you don't know what somebody is going through. So before you attack someone, before you're screaming at someone going down the road, like get out of the way. You don't know what that person is going to. You don't know how they woke up in the morning. That's why I always talk about my morning and evening rituals. That's like another foundation of the Traumedy No More mindset. And by the way, if you need help, if you need some support with your morning and evening rituals, I got an ebook for that. Tap in, say, Tina, I need that ebook. But before you even get out of bed, you want to change that mindset. So today I have a special guest. I'm super excited about my special guest. But before we get into the special guest, am I the only one who needs a little extra inspiration? Renee, can you cue up my girl, Lisa Nichols, for a little extra motivation this morning? And if you don't know who she is, family, friends, sheisthebomb.com. She's a transformational coach and speaker. You can play that video whenever you want, Renee.
This is your change time. This is your evolution time. This is your rebirth time. This is your re-choose time. This is your recalibrate time. This is your redirect time. This is your time. Yes, yes? So we all gathered just to stand in agreement with you. We all came together to remind you that you are at the right place at the right time with the right people with the right thoughts. It is in your imperfection that you are perfect for such a time as this. At whatever your age is perfect. You needed to have all those years behind you, or you need to have all those years in front of you. No one can do it like you. I just came to Dubai just to affirm, to invite you to take your voice and take it to the next level. How can you be unapologetic and non-negotiable? See, so many of you.
Hey, did you catch it? Did you catch that inspiration? So if you didn't know, having a coach is so very important. Everybody needs a coach. Everybody needs therapy. It just depends on what you want to achieve, right? If you notice in the very beginning, she was like redirection, reaffirm, all the re's, right? That's what you call iteration. How do I know that? Because I did her coaching program. It's very important that if you want to change something, you got to change something, right? And that just goes into pouring into yourself, right? And as a result of working with me, women, men have shed the excess weight so they could get off of medication. People that work with me, a result of that, they build the confidence so they can have those relationships, so they can start those businesses. And if you're an individual and you need that accountability, you need that structure, you need that foundation, you need that community, right? It's all about community, and our community rocks. That's going to keep you grounded and focused on your goals. That is what we do. So I just wanted to really quick, before we bring in our special guest today, the reason why I have her coming through, because we have an event coming up, guys. And before I talk about that, I just wanted to quickly share 7 things, really quick, that in our family, in our community, in the Traumedy No More mindset community, health and wellness is so important. Mindset and your mental well-being, career and business, where you want to go with that, personal development, spirituality and your faith, whatever you want to do, as you call that, and lastly, finances. Because in life, you have like a structure, right? And in this whole transformation life thing that we have here, it's important that you stay focused with that. And in October, I have my group coaching programming that's going to start. If you want a little more deep dive, we have that. But today, I'm bringing this woman up. Her name is Natasha. And as you know, last year I came out with my book. Ooh, I've got the kids one right here. This book's coming out in September. September, we're having the launch, Traumedy No More for Kids. And as you know, I told you I'm a life and health coach, and I've been speaking in schools to children. And as a result of me speaking, I've created a curriculum, a core program for children. The same thing I have for adults, I have for children, teaching them how to have that positive mindset, teaching them I am statements, teaching them morning and evening rituals. all of that in here. And I started in one school district in Rahway. In September, we're moving to Jersey City. And this woman is part of that plan. And she's actually training to be one of my coaches. So I'm so excited. I love her heart. When I first met her, I can kind of tell like that if I'm going to connect with someone. And when I first saw her, she had this huge smile, not to mention she looked like a diva, okay? Because I always say you can never make a first impression twice. So whether you're going to try, you're meeting a man, going for a job, you want to make sure you're banging. So Renee, can you pull up this beautiful queen? Her name is Natasha. Hey girl, hey, how you feeling?
Morning, kings and queens.
Good morning. I don't know if it's my volume or if you have to get closer to your camera, but yeah, she's turned her camera around. I love it. So we're putting an event together and she's one of the main coordinators. That's why I wanted to, did you guys know I never press record on Instagram? Lord.
Oh.
I'm looking at myself up there. I'm like, So Instagram, I am so sorry. I have been live for like 10 minutes. I thought I was live, but I'm not. That's okay. So we have Natasha in the building, and she's one of the main coordinators for our event. We're having an event. It is a back to school health and wellness expo event. It's an expo, health and wellness expo, and it's targeted to the whole community. We're going to have over 500 people there. And the main focus of this is to teach children how to push through that pain if they're having anxiety, depression, or anxiety, depression. There's a third one. So what it is, guys, this is why I'm getting stumped for my words. Traumedy is my thing, right, Natasha? But for children, we don't want to go too deep, right? So I want to keep it a little surface for them. Anxiety, depression, stress. That's what it was. Hi, Mindy. Anxiety, depression. And Mindy's one of the going to be one at the event as well. So at this event, we're having different vendors. And Mindy, if you want to put your information up there, Mindy is going to be one of the activities. She's going to be teaching children how doing art, you can push through that stress. You can push through that anxiety, because a lot of children don't know what to do when they're angry, when they're sad. And Natasha's one of, I want to say founders, but she is a founder, right? She's training to be one of my coaches. And I want her to tell you a little bit about you. I'm going to turn my camera around Instagram so you guys can see her. All right, Natasha, if you can just introduce yourself, we would love that.
Morning glories. And I always say morning glories because I just think it's more inspirational in the morning than a good morning. Everyone is like, good morning, good morning. But when you see all this glory in everybody, that's a whole type of different morning. So let me introduce myself. My name is Natasha Brown. I am the youngest of 5 children. And sadly, I only have one sibling that's still alive. So trauma has been a part of my life my entire life. I grew up so poor that I didn't realize I was poor. I didn't know we didn't have heat. So my mom would get up every morning at 5 o'clock and put all these pots of water on the stove and turn on the oven and open the oven. And she would pour hot water in the tub and close the bathroom door so that when we went into the bathroom to get ready for school, we weren't cold. So I thought this was normalcy. This was normal to me. So I thought this was normalcy throughout the entire world. We had 7 outfits, 5 that we wore to school all week and 2 that we wore on the weekend. And when I tell you my mom kept those 7 outfits clean, she kept those 7 outfits clean without a washing machine, without a laundromat. She did that in the tub. So I realized I didn't realize the depth of how poor we were until one day when I was in 6th grade. One of my fellow students invited me to her house for lunch. And my mom always told me that you don't go to nobody's house because you don't know those people. But I went to her house that day. Didn't want to tell my mom because I didn't want to get in trouble. But when I went to her house, I realized that something was off. She had this 2-story home and they had like 5 bedrooms and they had like 3 bathrooms. And when I went into one of her bathrooms, I looked up in her and I saw what now I know is a shower. And I wanted to touch it so badly because I had never seen one of those before in a bathroom. And I wanted to touch it so badly. But, you're in someone else's home, so I don't know what it is. I don't want to break it. So when I come out the bathroom, I said to her, I said, can I ask you something? She said, what? I said, what's that thing in your bathroom? She said, what thing? I said, that thing in your tub. She said, what thing? So she takes me back in the bathroom and I said, that. She said, girl, that's a shower. So I said, oh. Now, I don't know what a shower is. I'm in the 6th grade. I don't know what a shower is. But I know she must think I know what a shower is. So I'm like, oh, she said, you don't have one of those in your house? I said, yeah, but it don't look like yours. She said, girl, well, I guess they don't all look the same. Like nothing, because this was her norm. So when I got home that day, I said to my mom, I said, do you know what a shower is? And she said, yeah, I know what a shower is. And I said, well, why we don't have one? She said, because we don't need one. Because then you were taught, you knew how far you could take a conversation with your parents. But I began to realize like the depth of how we were living, and that maybe it wasn't normal. So fast forward, now I'm 20 years old and I am the mother of 3 already at 20. I walk into this daycare and I say to the owner of the daycare, I said, I want to go back to school, but I have my 3 kids and I just want to know how much this daycare will cost. And she looked at me and she said, well, if you allow me to train you, your kids could come here for free. And at the end of your training, I will give you a job. And she kept her word. I worked for that woman for over 20 years. In 2020, I was teaching an after school program for her. And one of the young girls, she was 9, and she was always like really upbeat. You could tell she wasn't well cared for, but she always had this great personality. And this one day she was off. So I said to her, I said, what's going on? Why are you so down? And she said, Miss Tasha, I hate myself and I hate school. And I said, why do you hate yourself? And she said, because look at me. She said, my hair is never done. I never have the nice sneakers, and I get bullied all the time. And I said, well, hair does not define who a person is. But again, she's not. Hair does not define you. She said, well, that's easy for you to say, Miss Tasha, because you always got weave. You always got weave in your hair, so and braid. So that's easy for you to say, because out of the mouths of babes, they're gonna tell you what it is, how it is. So she said it's very easy for you to say. But at that moment, my nonprofit was born. And I named it the Cuts for Kids Project because I wanted kids to know what self-esteem was like. I wanted kids to know that beauty starts here and then it works its way out. So that's why I started my project. So to date, we have serviced over 250 youth. We are now collaborating with Angela McKnight. She is the senator in the state of New Jersey with the senior citizens. And now I have had the pleasure of joining. I have a great team that I work with. You are your team. You are as good as your team. And my team is awesome. And now I've had the awesome pleasure of meeting Tina. And looking forward to this event.
All right, let me turn this. Actually, I can keep the camera here for them, for our Insta peeps. So girl, thank you so much for sharing that story. I mean, and that's why I love, I could tell from the moment you were there and you really captivated us. And I'm so excited for our growth here, right? So that she's actually going to be in charge of the activities for our events. And you notice she said in 6th grade you were, and it's ironic, girl, that these are the age group that we're focused on, right? Children that are transitioning from 6th grade to 7th grade. That's why I was actually hired in the school system, is to help the children. And I actually started with a survey. I said, what are some things that you're nervous about when you go to the middle school? And one of the kids said bullying. Another kid said not being able to open up their locker. What if they can't find their class? But then there were other kids who went even deeper. Natasha, like one of the girls, I was teaching them how to express their emotions, right? My chart's not here, but I have a chart with all the different emojis on it to say, how are you feeling? Because a lot of adults don't know how to share how they feel. What about children, right? So I taught them I am statements. I am amazing. I am strong. Morning and evening rituals. And then when I came back, because I was there 3 times this past year, teaching them these skills, I said, what have you learned? What happens when you don't tap into your emotions? And this little girl raises her hand and she says, if you don't tap into your emotions, you'll commit suicide and die.
Wow.
And when she said that, I could tell that she was taken back. And I went back again 2 weeks later and I asked her again, in private. And I said, do you know anyone who thought like this, or did you think like this? And I could tell, no one's going to bring that up if it's not a thought, right? So when she said this to me, I was like, Tina, you have to do more. And if you're a parent and you have a child, you want to be at this event, it's September 22nd. It's a Traumedy No More Health and Wellness Expo. And let me tell you how it's rocking and rolling. All right. Because it's going to be amazing. I'm so inspired. It's on a Sunday, unfortunately. I wish it was a Saturday, but it's not available. We have the backing of so many supporters, the mayor, the town, the art center. They're giving us all sorts of stuff. So first of all, we still don't have our bouncy house yet, Natasha. We still don't have our bouncy house. But, I'm working with Naja. She's from Broadway. And we had our team meetings. And I'm like, what are some activities? And I said, bouncy house. And they're like, Miss Tina, children don't really like bouncy houses. I'm like, yes, they do. But that goes to show you it's going to be all ages, right? From age 2 to 20, all ages. So our vision is, first of all, Natasha, I don't know if you know, we have DJ Drewski confirmed. I don't listen to the radio at all. Have you heard of him?
Of course. Very well. No, very well. Well, I work with kids, so if I didn't know, they would tell me.
Okay. So DJ Drewski, we also have a song. Did you know that, girl? Did I show you our song?
Yes. I think we listened.
No, I didn't tell you. It's got a little Jersey swag in it. It's called I Am Amazing. And it hits. And that day we're doing a music video for the song. But at the event, when you come, we have DJ Drewski coming through on the 1s and 2s. Do they even say that anymore? I'm telling my age, right? We also have a 360 camera, where you're going in a circle and that whole thing. So I'm so excited about that. But the main Natasha volunteered to support with the activities because I can't do it all, right? The main focus, one of the main focuses is for the Rahway students that are transitioning from 6th grade to 7th grade, the ones I actually got to work with. And there's 4 elementary schools in Rahway, and those 4 schools are going to be in one section. And our goal is to unite them together, right? Because when you get to the 7th grade, you're meeting children from different places you don't know. So she's going to have different activities like musical chairs, and talk about the 7th graders first, and then we'll get to the other peeps.
Well, I want them to also learn teamwork because we only as strong as our team. So they need to learn that as young as this age. This is a good age. Not only that, but 6th to 8th grade is the years of transitioning. So they're leaving elementary and transitioning into high school. So that's when there's the most bullying. That's
really?
Trauma. That's when there's the most self-esteem issues. So that's why this is the perfect age to work with, because you want to catch them as they're going through that transition. So I want to teach them togetherness, like their strength in numbers. So a lot of the games that we're going to play will be games that forces them to work together as a team, to combine all of their smarts together so they can get the job done. So we're going to have one game where they're going to have one hula hoop. They're going to be holding on to each other, and they can't use their hand to transform that hula hoop from one of their bodies to the next body.
Oh, that sounds like fun. That sounds like fun. We got a lot more. Don't tell them too much. Don't tell them too much.
But that's one of them, because I feel like they need to learn how to work together as a team. And it also once they complete it, that builds their confidence. Look, we did it. So
exactly.
And then
I love that. One second. We don't want to give them too much. We got more. We don't want to give them too much.
Okay.
So that's the first hour where they're working as a group. Now, the second hour, we have breakout rooms. Damaris, I'll have her in here one week as well. We have 5 specialty breakout rooms. And again, the purpose of all these activities, the purpose of this whole event is to teach children skills. So when they're feeling anxious, stressed, or depressed, they have an outlet, right? So one of the breakout rooms, we have Betsy coming through. She's going to be doing partner yoga along with breath work. So when a child gets upset, well, this is what you do when you get mad. Instead of yelling and screaming and fighting, we have a special room that some of our models from back in the day are coming through talking to the ladies. We have some men coming through talking to the men. That's the main activities. Now, let's just say you're not a Rahway student from 6th to 7th grade. Well, 7th grade, actually. That's the cool thing about this event. It's for the whole community. We're going to have 20 to 25 vendors. And if you're a vendor in the community, and this is Rahway, New Jersey, make sure you hit us up. There is a link on the bottom there, going across the bottom of the screen, if you want to sign up for the event, because you do have to sign up as if you're a student and you want to participate in the activities, because it's a limited space, right? So with the vendors, we are looking for vendors, and I'm excited. I love the vendors, girl, because I love shopping. Right now, that's on the inside. Now on the outside, this is another Natasha's the bomb, guys. I'm gonna have to bring her through again. We're gonna have 20 activities outside the building. Some may be inside. For example, the bouncy house. I'm getting that bouncy. So if you want to share some of the outside activities, like the jump rope, the gaming house, and the yoga, go for it.
Yeah, we also are working really closely with John Robinson. John is the owner of, not only is he the owner of gaming trucks, several gaming trucks, he's also teaching the children STEM. And I don't want to mislead what he's doing, but I know one of the things he's teaching the children is STEM with the gaming trucks and coding and all of that good stuff.
I didn't even know that, girl. I thought they were just playing video games.
Yeah, he has a whole summer program. He's teaching coding, STEM.
Okay, do me a favor, because you know we have our meetings while we're talking here. Can you reach out? He's supposed to come through next week. Would you like to come on next week with him to talk about it a little more?
Of course. John is awesome. He is awesome. And he never says no. He never says no.
All right. So I'm throwing the ball in your court. You're going to contact him, so I don't have to worry about contacting him to be here next week.
Definitely next week at 7 a.m. And we also have a group called Jump for Jerry. Jump for Jerry is an awesome group here in Jersey City. The young lady who leads them, her son tragically was killed. And I think he was maybe 7, maybe younger when he was killed. So she formed this group called Jump for Jerry. Jerry's her son. And so all of the kids jump rope, and they're awesome. They just performed at the Lincoln Center in New York. And they came in second at the championship games in South Carolina.
Nice. So they're going to come through. And now each of these activities, family and friends, they're going to be 30-minute segments. So for example, with the jump rope, for 30 minutes, it's going to be a class where they may perform, they may teach. We also have yoga. I'm not sure if I told you, there's a yoga studio in Rahway, and she's going to be doing classes as well. So think of it like a carnival, right? When you go to a carnival, you see different things, and we're having raffles. At the very end of the activities, we're going to have an awards ceremony, because we have to give awards. I love giving awards. And we're also going to have little skits. So for example, the jumpers are going to be doing skits. Rahway has a step team. They're going to be doing a little something. Dance studio. All these things are going to be at the end. And did I say it's a free event? Yes, it's absolutely free. September 22nd, Rahway, New Jersey. Did I miss anything, Natasha?
You didn't miss anything, because we can't give them too much. We got to keep them wondering so they're going to all show up.
I know. So we do have
the love is here. We need to see all of y'all there. We don't want the kids there. We want the parents there too, because just as much as kids go through things, parents go through things, and we want to be the just support for the parents and the children. So we ain't giving y'all too much. Show up, so y'all show up, don't show out.
Yes, we're going to be here every Wednesday. We're calling this Wellness Wednesday. Natasha, Queenie, I'm definitely going to be here. Hopefully they come through. If they can, they can. They can't, they can't. But every Wednesday I'll be here. Wellness Wednesday talk leading up to this event. I think we have like 10 weeks. Renee, can you figure it out how many more weeks we have until this event? And as I said, it starts at 12 o'clock, 11:30. We're opening the doors, and it's just going to be a great old time. That sounds so crazy. So. But it's going to be awesome. Hi, Joyce. How you doing, girlfriend? Make sure you sign up. I should have put it here. You going to say something?
I said it's going to be given. It's going to be given.
Yes. All right, guys, we are getting out of here. I just want to say thank you for listening. And I'm sure that you and your family will gain something from this. Natasha, I'm just so excited. It blows my mind how effortlessly this event is happening. And what I mean by effortlessly, first of all, the team. Like, our team is amazing. And, as I said, she's training to be one of my coaches, because the program Traumedy No More for Kids, it's combining. We forgot to say that, girlfriend. Talk about your Cuts for Kids program and how we're united. Go for it.
Yes. So what I do is we give youth access to hair care and education. So once a month they come in, they get their hair done, they get their nails done, but we educate them on grooming and hygiene, because grooming and hygiene is very important. We all, if a young man don't know how to tie a tie, we gonna teach him how to tie that tie. These young ladies today, they all want those edges laid. I am too old for edges. I told them don't even try it with mine, because I'm not walking around here with baby hair, because I am so far from babyish. But they love them edges.
You got the baby hair. I don't even have it on the side. It's like
it's over for me, but I love to see them do it. So they we teach them how to lay those edges, and we just have a good time. We always have a round circle before we start with them, and that's because anything that's on their mind, anything that's on their heart, and we can assist them with that, we want to. And everything that we say in that room, stay in that room. So I became a coach. Let me just tell y'all something real quick. I wasn't into this mentoring thing, but when I started working with kids, these kids taught me just how much trauma I was holding. Because when I would talk, they would just grab onto it, especially the story that I told them about my cycle. We ain't gonna even get into that. But when I would talk, they would just latch on. And afterward, they would be like, can I talk to you? Can I talk to you? So before I knew it, I was into this mentoring stuff. I was like, wait a minute. I was supposed to be doing some haircuts, some nice ponytails, some nice quick weaves, and now all of a sudden, and some nice nails. Now all of a sudden, I'm mentoring. But God don't make mistakes.
exactly.
Life happens for a reason, and I'm not here to let no kid down. But I'm definitely not here to let God down. So what I do, I love to do it. We do it once a month. Once we get in additional funding, which we're gonna try to do over this summer, we're going to be able to service even more kids. We're at about 250 now, but my goal is to serve every last one that I can.
I love it. So as you heard her say, guys, she's based in Jersey City, New Jersey. I'm looking to get her into Rahway as well, because she's collabing with me. As I told you, I've got the Traumedy No More program, where I pretty much go in and I'm sharing life skills, health skills. And with her combined, we're adding that hair care and education, hair, skin, all that sort of stuff. And these are things that you're never really taught, right? A lot of adults that I know don't know how to shower properly. And I'm not going to get into the details of that. Like women, there's certain things you're supposed to use and not use on your body that you don't even know. And someone said to me once, I was never taught how to walk. I was never taught. And one of my pet peeves is like when a woman wears a bra and it's like all loose, and it's just like, they just don't know. And you can't get mad at them. And I said to someone once, I was like, I've been in training most of my life. When I was a kid, I was in pageants. My father put me in Barbizon. So when it comes to walking, talking, hair, makeup, all that stuff, I've been doing it my entire life. So it's in effortless ease. Like you can get a beat face and like, this is a 5-minute little doop-de-doo, right? So when I do, when it comes to this, a lot of people don't know. And that's what this Traumedy No More program is. By the way, we are still looking for volunteers for the Rahway. I see you on here, Red Rosa. What do we need volunteers for? It's going to be 500 people at this event. There's going to be music. Oh, and food trucks. I forgot to say, We have 5 different food. I didn't even know Jersey had food trucks. I know the South has it, but we have the food trucks coming through. It's going to be, and I'm just excited about the whole thing, and it's not going to be too cold. We've been talking too much. It's 32 minutes. If you have a question or comment, pop it in the chat somewhere. My mother's coming. And it's just going to be a family affair. We'll be back here again next Wednesday, 7 a.m. for your 7 a.m. Cup of Motivation Wellness Wednesday. We're going to have John from the Gaming Truck on here. And make sure you sign up for the event. Like I said, it is free. Go to Traumedy No More, 4 kids.com. Again, Traumedy No More 4 kids. Go there, sign up. I believe we have a Facebook page. Again, I need volunteers. Help a girl out. I can't do it all. We have a Facebook page. We have an Eventbrite page. But we still could use so much because we can't do this on our own. We have that ripple effect, and God wants us to transform the world. So love you all. Thank you for coming through, Natasha.
Thank you, guys. Love you. Thank you, Tina.
Yes, peace and a bottle of hair grease. Bye.